Not a single wrinkle. I have never fasted before, and never for 3 days or 72 hours. As a doctor, I've heard a lot about fasting. It's a hot topic. Some of the main benefits include better insulin sensitivity, tissue repair, and especially weight loss. But how much am I gonna lose? And is fasting really a miracle? If you're concerned about the buildup of environmental toxins, you can counter some of them with a diet that's high in antioxidant-rich fruits and vegetables. Fasting is not a detox, especially not if you go back to eating hot dogs and french fries again. Good morning, day 1. I last ate at 7:30 yesterday. It's gonna be interesting to see if my metabolism slows down and lowers my pulse within the next day or two. Or it puts my body in stress mode, resulting in a higher pulse as I'm not used to fasting. This wouldn't be interesting if I didn't have some measurements. I'm measuring well-being, my overall feeling of mental sharpness and energy. I'm also measuring hunger from a scale from 1 to 10, blood sugar and pulse. Yes, works. There are different kind of fasting methods, and some where people eat a small amount of food, but that kind of defeats the purpose. You want your body to enter ketosis as fast as possible. That's the state where your body switches from burning sugar stored in your muscles and liver to instead burn fat. Eating keeps your body from going into ketosis. In ketosis, the autophagy process speeds up. The word autophagy literally means self-eating, and your body is eating itself. Your body cleans up the old and damaged cells and replaces them with new shiny ones. This in theory helps you live longer, feel younger and recover faster. Just to give you a reference of blood sugar. A fasting blood sugar below 5.6 is normal, and fasting means at least 8 hours without food. 5.6 to 6.9 is considered pre-diabetes. And if you have a fasting blood sugar above 7, you might have diabetes. It's kind of fascinating that I'm 25 and I have never been without food for more than a day. And because I'm not eating food in which you normally get a lot of salt from, I'm instead putting 3 grams of salt into my water each day. This should prevent you from getting a headache. I'm only gonna be drinking water, no tea or coffee. Instead of just drinking normal water, I'm gonna be drinking sparkling water. It's now 3 o'clock and this is the first time I feel hunger. But the best trick is just to drink some water. This can fight off hunger in most cases. Actually, the first day was pretty easy. The hunger got worse during the last hours of the day, especially because my girlfriend was having root vegetables in the air fryer, which filled the whole apartment with such a nice smell. What I did notice though, is that smells are much more intense. But it's evening, so let's make some tests. Sharpness, overall feeling is about an 8. I don't feel tired or lethargic at all, which I thought I would after reading what others reported. But I think staying hydrated is key. Hunger is about a 6. My stomach has been saying all kinds of weird sounds. Okay, it's time for the blood sugar. I'm excited to measure the blood sugar. At the hospital, patients often fast. Patients who need to undergo surgery and are put in general anesthesia have to fast. One of the reasons is to avoid stomach contents from going into the lungs when sedated, as this can severely hurt the lungs or cause pneumonia. Good morning, it's day 2. I slept without any problems. It's now 7:30 and I woke up at 6, then went to the gym, and now I'm here to take the blood sugar, which was 5.6, which is actually pretty high, but it's from going to the gym. Prepare to nerd. The high blood glucose during and after a workout is due to 2 factors. First, the release of growth hormone, which makes you insulin resistant, leaving sugar in the bloodstream. Second, high adrenaline from exercise that signals to release glucose so your muscles have fuel to burn. The combination of those 2 makes blood glucose levels rise right after exercise. Basically, stimulated by your exercising muscles, your body is pouring glucose into your bloodstream. So I'm gonna be making another measurement in an hour. I don't know how many times I thought of food only to realize, oh, I'm doing a fast. Right now, hunger is about a 3. I think of food, but I don't feel hungry. And I don't have any stomach sensations. No sounds, nothing. Overall well-being is a 7. I have okay energy, but it's not great. Evening day 2, we are 48 hours in, and the blood sugar is
still around 4, which is fine. Which is probably why I feel so fine. Maybe if it drops lower, I'll start to feel worse.
Actually, I have a tip. Instead of drinking salt water, I found it much more enjoyable just to eat the salt. Weirdly enough, I like to eat it, but drinking salt water sucks. Morning. I haven't slept. I was awake for every 1.5 hours. That sucked. I think my body is a bit stressed now. I was just up taking my blood sugar and it was 3.9, and that's the lowest it has been. I gotta admit that I felt a bit dizzy and drained. My overall feeling is about a 6 right now. I don't feel I have enough energy for a workout, so I'm skipping it. But as far as mental clarity goes, it's okay. And hunger is about a 2. I don't feel hungry at all. It's not really a hunger issue. If you just stay busy, you're not thinking of it. But as soon as you become bored, you start thinking of food. We often see patients in the emergency departments with type 1 diabetes, which is where their body don't produce insulin. They may suffer from hypoglycemia or low blood sugar. It occurs if they have taken too much insulin, forgotten a meal, or done very hard exercise. It's defined as a blood glucose below 4 millimoles per liter, and they have symptoms. With a 3.9, I'm fine, and I could probably go down to 3. It's okay in a prolonged fast. But where people get symptoms is if their blood glucose drops rapidly and their body can't compensate. This can cause confusion where they might need help from others to get some glucose. Okay, see you in the evening for the last checkup. To break the fast, it's important not to slam yourself with food. The best way is to eat some steamed vegetables, as you then ease into the eating and cultivate the good bacteria in your intestines. It's like candy. And tomorrow I'm gonna be eating normal again. It's day 4, and after a normal day of eating, I'm excited to check the weight again. We are back. I might have lost some fat, but seriously, for weight loss, it's not worth it. All you lose is water. Yes, the number on the weights go down, but as soon as you start eating again, those will go up. So don't be fooled, 3 days of exercise cannot replace a good diet and exercise regime. As for my overall experience, I think it's fine, and it's okay if you're doing office work or something else that doesn't require a lot of energy. But I can't imagine doing this on a shift at the hospital. I'm glad it's over and I'm done, and doing this for weight loss is in my opinion not sustainable. And there's a way better approach to doing so than prolonged fasting. So should you do it? It depends. There may be some health benefits, but they're not noticeable to you now. But it's definitely a willpower workout. But for weight loss, no.